Hey y'all, it's Shelby and we're in Shelby's Crafty VIP. How are y'all today? Hope y'all are having a fantastic week. We are here for tutorial number 2 of this week, so I hope you guys are excited. We are going to be making a Mardi Gras swag. This is going to be super simple yet super elegant, over the top looking, because Mardi Gras is all about the gaudy. So we're going to be making the Mardi Gras without a sign, without a attachment, anything like that. This is strictly going to be sprays, ribbon, and ornaments. So something super simple, and like I said, gaudy because it's Mardi, duh. So I don't know if Mardi Gras is a big thing where y'all live. It kind of is where we live because I'm in East Texas, so we're really close to Louisiana. But guys, if you're doing this as a business and you're putting your stuff on Etsy, it doesn't matter where you live. You can ship. So Mardi Gras is a pretty good seller for me, and I love making it because I love gaudy. Over the top, love it. So here we go. We are going to start with a 28-inch teardrop swag. Give me my cup. I'm going to be taking drinks today, guys. The weather here is changing so much. I'm so thirsty. My throat is so dry. So I'm going to try to keep it clear. So let's go ahead and add some mesh. Now, I'm also I did not buy anything for this. This is all stuff I have left over from last year, stuff I'm pulling from Christmas, and even using mesh that I already had cut that was extra from other projects that I had shoved up under my table. So, you know, basically this, when I sell it, is going to be all profit. So we're going to go ahead and start adding, and this piece is kind of flattened out. That's okay. It's mesh. It moves. So we're going to roll it up, scrunch it together. And let's go ahead and get to adding. Oh, first, let me clip this tag off. Go ahead and get it out of the way so I don't forget. These were part of the teardrop swag that I stocked up on at Ellis. I'm using a 28-inch for the simple fact that we're not using a big attachment. So I don't want something that's extra big, but we are, you know, with the stuff we add, we are going to create a bigger design. We are going to pull down the center line, and it's going to look like it's 36 inches. So when you think about using a 28-inch, don't be scared of it. Just, it's the same way as using an 18-inch wreath base. Don't be afraid of it, because you're going to add that mesh, you're going to add your sprays, and you're going to add all your fun things, and it's automatically going to get bigger. So I am just adding dark green, not lime green. I'm adding a dark green mesh, a gold mesh, and then black. I wanted to add purple, but I did not have purple in my stash. So I'm using what I have. I need to run to Ellis and grab some purple pretty soon. We're going to be needing it for Easter and some more Mardi Gras designs. I use it in some of my Valentine's design as well. And so I'm just running down the side like I normally do. Now typically I do this laying flat, so my table is a mess because I have all my stuff laying on it, so that's why I'm doing it with it hanging up. So it's not going to be as flat and laid out as it usually is, which is totally fine. Puppy, lay on your bed so I don't step on you. Lay down. My little nugget, he's 8 weeks old, and he is just, oh, he is so up under your feet. He wants to be wherever you are, and he wants to be right up in those feet. And he will not lay down in his bed because apparently it is not right next to my feet. So we'll just keep adding all the way down the side. We'll put one more on the bottom. And then we'll work our way back up the side. All of this black is that Hobby Lobby black that I had cut up the other day when we did our Valentine wreath, that black and white one, or Valentine swag. So this is all just left over from that project. I don't ever throw away my extra curls. I actually have a I guess, laundry basket type thing up under my table. Oh, I gotta cut some more green. And that is what I just stuff my extra curls in. And then when I go to make a design, I look through it, I'm like, what colors are down here? Like, oh, I forgot I had that, or oh, I need that. Works out pretty good. I just cut 4 more green. We probably won't even need that much. Probably should have just cut 3. We'll see. Now, I don't try to have a lot left over. That way I don't just have a huge stack. So if I have like one straggler piece, I'll try to throw it in my design. So I have my AirPod in because I want to see if this maybe helps with the sound, that maybe y'all can hear me better and it doesn't pick up the background noise as much, which I'm home by myself right now. Whoop, whoop. Because they're at school, husband's gone looking at jobs, but I think he's going to be home soon. I don't know, so that's why I was like, maybe this will help. We'll see. I know y'all get tired of hearing my family chaos. Grab a couple more gold from my basket. Where am I at? Okay, black. I'm still going to have some black left over. So that one roll of black's going to carry me a few good ways. Probably get 3 designs out of it. 3 swags at least. That's pretty good. It's pretty good for a $5 roll of mesh from the Hoblobs. All right, let's go green. Go gold. Now, because we're not adding a big attachment, we are going to run a couple down the middle. That way we can make sure we have that fullness and that coverage. We finish that off. Now I'm going to grab a black. And I'm going to face it downwards and stick that right in the middle. I'll grab another green. These colors would actually be great for a St. Patrick's Day wreath as well, or St. Patrick's Day swag. I need to actually I don't have any St. Patrick's Day stuff. I don't think I made any last year. So sometimes you get so caught up in making like Valentine and Mardi Gras and spring, and you just kind of, all these holidays kind of come at once at the beginning of the year. And, you know, it's not a lot of people just shop for that. I mean, out of the millions of people in the United States, obviously, there's several, but you kind of just get caught up in trying to make a bunch of one thing. And I'm going to try to spread myself out a little more this year, and obviously so I can teach you guys too. Okay, so I think we're good on mesh. There is our base. Now let's go ahead and start adding our ribbons. Now this is mainly going to be ribbons and sprays and a couple ornaments. So we're making, guess what? A huge bow, obviously. Okay, so now let's make our bow. So what I have is this bow that I hand tied for you guys a while back. I put it on my bird cage in my living room as just a decoration during Christmas. I'm going to take it apart, and I'm taking that red out. I want to use this big 4-inch black and white polka dot, and I want to use that emerald green. So now I already have my big 4-inch bow made for a long tail and a short tail. And so now we're just going to start layering these other ribbons on top. So how I'm going to do this is I'm first going to add a Mardi Gras style ribbon. These ribbons all came from Ellis Pottery last season. So I'm just using the remnants of what I had left over. And we're just going to build us a big bow. Now, what I am going to do is we're going to alternate these tails and these loops also, because I want a big one. Now, do I want this one to go up? No, we're going to let that one keep going down. And we're just going to alternate the loops and the tails on the remainder of it. Okay, so I got that one. And now I'm going to come back on top with my solid, which is this emerald green, which means we're going to put the tail here. And we're going to have this loop over here on this side. No, we're not. This loop's going to go on this side. This loop's going to go up. And this tail is going to go up. And I'm putting them where I want them as I build it. That way when I tie it off, they're already in their place. Instead of having to try to maneuver them around, it's so much easier this way. So this is more of a funky bow. Now I'm going to come on top with this black and white jester ribbon. When I think Mardi Gras, I always think jester. Now this is a 50-yard roll of ribbon, and it's not wired. Well, no, it's not wired. It has a edge on it that does bend, but it's not wired. So it's not my favorite, and that's why I'm putting it in the middle. That way these other thicker ribbons can hold it up. Now this one needs to go up this way. Twist. I love pops of this jester ribbon and Mardi Gras. It's so pretty. And then you add that on top of the black and white polka dots, and I just absolutely love it. I'm a black and white fan, obviously. Okay, I already used that one. Let's come on top with this other Mardi ribbon. Now we have our tail going this way. We're just alternating. Loop. Loop. Short tail, because it's going up top. One more Mardi ribbon. And I'm making each loop just a little bit shorter than the last. That way my bow has a stacked effect. And now I'm taking that black that I had in that other bow, and we're just going to continue to use that as my button. Now 1000%, which side's up on that one? I can't really tell. So we'll just go this way. 1000% zip tying this because it is a thick, thick, thick bow. I'm going to go ahead and close my door because I see that they are home. Alright, so let's get that pipe cleaner and that zip tie. Go ahead and put my pipe cleaner in the back. And zip tie around. And lay it on the table so I can get that good and tight. There we go. Alright, we're going to snip it off, and then we're going to attach this bow to the swag. So we're going to come right up here to the top, not all the way to the top, but close to it, and we're going to put it at an angle, just like that. Now I am coming through, this is a heavy bow, so I am definitely coming through to the spine. and running the pat cleaner through. Now I'm pulling it tight enough to bring it in and hold it, but I don't want to pull it tight enough to where that's going to pucker it, because then it won't look as good. It won't have that full effect that we were going for by making it a funky bow. And now that we have it placed, we can go ahead and start dovetailing our ribbons. Come on, Smokey, you went out. Go get them. Go on. Go get them. Okay. Scissors. Now I'm leaving these long. I'm going to leave them as long as I possibly can to run down this side. And then if we want to change that, we can always come back, but you can't add. So make sure you're not cutting them too short. Now we do want these short over here. That way they stand at attention and they kind of they complete the look of our bow. You want the top ones short so that they don't fall over. One more. Forgot the big one. Oh, and this one. Okay, I think that is all of them. That bow is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Holy cow. It takes up our whole stinking swag. That's why you don't have to add so much. When you add a big old bow, you don't have to add a lot. Now, we do need to carry this down after we fix everything. That way I see how it's looking. So we have this big one up here. We need to carry this down in some form or fashion. So let's find our black and white. Okay, so we have a small, I have one more roll of this, but I'm not opening it. We have this small piece of black and white. So what we're gonna do, because if I do a loop over here of this big one, it's gonna take away from the shape of the teardrop. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna give it some tails. Now we're gonna keep a short one here, and we're gonna trail a long one right here. And then we're gonna build a bow on top of it with our smaller ribbons. Of what we have left anyway. I don't have a lot left, so we might not be building a very big bow on top. We might just be all tails. I have a bunch of little pieces left. Let's see. Okay, so here's what we'll do. The ribbons that I have pieces left of, those are the ones that we're gonna loop. And the rest we're going to tail. So I'm going to go ahead and make my tail of this one. And then I'm going to go ahead and, where's the long piece? Okay, this is my long piece. We're going to twist it and loop it. And follow that long tail down. Then I'm going to come in with some of my other ribbon, and I'm going to place another small tail because this is the piece I have left. So we're going to put another small tail. I'm going to come in with my jester ribbon, and make another loop. I'm going to come in with this other piece of small ribbon. Now this is a very, very short piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to make the top tail, and I'm just going to scrunch this in the top right there and let it run down here. And then I'm going to come in with this other small ribbon, and I'm just going to make a tail. Let's see. Do we want this? I think 3 loops is too many. So we'll just make another tail right on top of that one. So work with what you got, but it doesn't all have to just read, you know, the correct way. Putting this in here like this, it's giving you every pop of that color that you want, and no one's going to notice, and it's going to make it look stacked, and it's going to give it dimension and texture and all the things that we love. Now I am tying that off with a pipe cleaner, that way everything stays and looks nice. And we are going to come right in here. Let's see. We're going to come tie it right down here. And I am tying it around the spine, but I'm doing it to the right side so that it stays on this side. Come on. There we go. Now let's go ahead and dovetail these. Oh, this one needs to be shorter. There we go. And those just trail down, and we can bend them and give them that character that we like on the ends, just like that. So, and just like that, with 2 bows, we already have the entire swag filled, and I mean, you could almost just stop here. It's completely full. Like, how else are we going to add anything to this? It's huge, right? And very inexpensive. We hardly have anything in this so far. Now, let's go ahead and start adding our other pieces. Let's see, how are we looking on this jester ribbon? Looks pretty good. Let's take our little ribbon. How much do we have left? Oh yeah, we got plenty left to finish this design. Go ahead and take it off its roll. Now let's come in here. I guess I didn't take the puppy. Come on, baby. Goodness. It's like having a newborn, guys. All right, we're going to come in here. We're going to come under this bow. I'm going to find a couple twist ties. We're going to tie that tail in. We're going to loop it down the side and tie it in again. Cut it off. Dovetail. Dovetail. A nice pretty loop going down. We're going to come to this side, and we're going to do the same thing, so we're just going to do it a little bit higher. We're going to come up top. So now this is adding more tails to our bow and adding the cord to the side. and just filling it in. Now, I only have a little bit left, so I'm just going to make another small loop. And so we just double loop this down, and I'm just going to tie it in. Okay, now let's start adding some of our goodies, because I literally have no more Mardi Gras ribbon left. That is it. We have managed to use it all. And the green, I think. Yeah, we used everything. It's always good to get those leftovers used up. Now, the one thing we could do, now this might not work. This ribbon's a little flimsy. Come up here and I just cut a little piece, and we're gonna put it in here, and just a little tail up here at the top of this gesture ribbon to just finish carrying the ribbons all the way through. Now I'm cutting them short because this ribbon is a little bit flimsy. I don't want it to. All right, let's start adding some of our sprays and goodies. So I have these awesome fern leaves that I think are perfect for a swag because of their shape. So we're going to add a couple of these. And I am going to, let's see. I'm going to leave this one whole, I think. And we're going to run it down this side just like that. So I'm going to trim it up. And this, again, came from Ellis. It was $7.99, and I'm sure I bought it when it was at least 40% off. So let's see where we want to place it. I think I like it right there. So I'm going to grab 2 twist ties, if I can find some. And I'm going to twist them around it to hold it in place. And then I'm going to run some hot glue to hold it down. Oh, I missed this tail down here. There we go. Just like that, and that's also extending the bottom, the length of our swag. Okay, so now I think we could run this one up top. I think I'm going to break this one up a little bit and sprinkle them throughout. So I'm obviously going to run one up here. And so I'm just going to go ahead and dip that in some glue and stick it up top. Just like that. And these other two, let's see. I'm just going to do a dry run and see where I want them. Let's see. No, I don't like that. They're such long pieces. I'm having a hard time getting them. The ferns keep catching. There we go. Now I do think that I like that. So I'm going to have these 3 running here. I'm going to have these 2 running here and then one up there just to balance it out really. So I already have those placed. So I'm just going to run. Let's pull it out a little bit. I guess I'll just go ahead and pull this one out. We're going to run some glue on the back line. Get it stuck back up in there. And then once it dries, I'm going to bend them and move them around just a little bit to angle them where I want. But for now, I just want to get them stuck in there. Okay, let's see what else we want to add. What else do I have? I have some ball sprays. I have these gesture pieces. Now I do have some ornaments I want to add, and so let's go ahead and add those so we can work around it. So I have these black and white ornaments y'all saw me use at Christmas. I absolutely love. They're from Bickerman. They have like a pearl eyes to them. They're super, super pretty. So I definitely think I want to work with some of these. Just bringing it in right down here. I almost would love to tie it in, even though I just yanked that off. Here it is. Let's see if I can glue it on. I'm going to glue this top back on, and then I'm going to see if I can't tie this in. I'm going to go ahead and grab another one. We'll work this one into the top, and I can glue that one in right there. I'm going to have to hold it for a second. Just to make sure it dries good. I love all this glitter and this gaudy, these polka dots, because you can mix so many patterns and it's just, oh gosh, it's so pretty. It's a nice dwindle down from Christmas when we're making everything big and over the top. We don't immediately have to pump the brakes and go straight to Valentine's Day and spring with the pastels. We still get a little bit of gaudy thrown in there. Okay, I wonder if that's gonna stay. I feel like it's not. We will find out. Okay, in between those two, I have some green emerald. I got these from Ellis as well last year. I'm thinking of just throwing that right there in the middle. I don't know if that's holding or not. I'm afraid it's going to pop right off. I'm going to have to lay it down and let it dry later. Okay, let's grab a white pipe cleaner. Let's see, do I have dark? I have dark green. Let's grab a dark green one. I'm just going to thread it through the eye of this ornament and twist it tight. It's like I don't want to move this a lot because I'm scared all my ornaments are going to fall off. I'm going to run it up a little bit higher than where I actually want it because it's going to hang down. Now, if I can get this poked through, we will be successful. Come on. I literally ran it right there. There it is. Like, how does it not find itself? Perfect. just like that, you see? So now it's hanging, and now I just got to twist it off in the back. Now I am twisting it off with the same, with one of the stems from the pipe cleaner from the bow that we ran at the bottom. That way I don't have to worry about wrapping it around the spine or anything. So we have our big ornaments in there. I think we'll run one more green one here just to counter it. I'm also going to do one here. Now I have them all running in a diagonal. To really balance each other out. The only thing good about designing laying down is because everything has a chance to really dry. Okay, so we have a dark hole here. So we need to get some decor up in there. And these ball picks will be perfect for that. So I'm gonna try something. I wonder if I could leave it completely whole. I think I can. So I'm gonna go ahead and commit. Oh, don't leave the paper in the glue pot. And I'm going to get this jabbed up under my bow. Just like that. And then these all move around and bend. So I can move them around and bend them and bring them to life. Just a little bit. Just like that. Look at that cute cluster right there. I love it. I love it. Y'all, sometimes I try not to act crazy on here, but when I'm designing, I'm like, oh, like do the happy dance. I love it. I love it. I love the way that looks. It's whatever. Sometimes I'm a psycho. Okay. What else do we need? I feel like we need something coming out of here. We need a little bit coming off the side. So I'm going to see if I can split this little jester, top of a jester hat looking pickup into about 3 different pieces. And see if we can't run this throughout. That one was $9.99, so probably about $6, and we're dividing it into 3. We're only using 1. Oh, that needs to be shorter. And these also bend, so these can have some life too. We're just coming right to the back and finding a spot somewhere around the mesh. That mesh is all up in my way right now. So I'm just going to wrap that pine around it. And now that can hold it. Ta-da! You make it work. And then you can go back when you're done and really just touch up places with hot glue that you feel like need it. I'm going to turn these to curve the same direction. And they're just up under my bow, so it's not like you can really see them, but you can a little bit. That's 2. 3, we're going to come straight from the bottom. I'm going to stick it right up under that ornament. That's going to come right out of there just like that. Looks like there's a gesture stuck in there somewhere. Okay, I have one more ball pick, and I'm just not really liking how dark this middle is. So we're going to take it and break it up. And I'm just going to work it around my middle. Let's see, where do I want this one? Oh, piece of paper. We're gonna run it down there somewhere. Coming out of that side. Excuse my head. Okay, and we're gonna let it dry, and then we'll kind of maneuver it around where we want it. And that just added some fun and bright to the middle. All right. Anything else we want to add? Anything at all? What do we got going here? I think we're looking pretty good. I'm liking it. Love it. That's looking fabulous. This would also look super fabulous as a double door design. I don't know if I'd want to make this a second time though. Now I do have some greenery that I thought about adding just to brighten it up some. I also have some darker greenery that I thought would go more with the Mardi Gras theme. That's a little too dark. Let's see, let me cut one of these off. I mean, it's pretty. I'm just trying to decide if it's for everyone. I really like it though. I don't know though, Mardi Gras really isn't like spring. It's more just gaudy, I guess. I think we're gonna leave it off for this time. So I think we're done. All right, guys. We're done. Oh, I'm like really close. Sorry, all up in your personal space. So anyway, guys, hope y'all like this tutorial. Hope this inspires you, get your creative juices flowing. Use what you got. You don't have to have big characters to do a design. You can do something super simple, even if it takes however long, which this one's only 17 minutes. I'll split it into two because my dog was going crazy. Sorry. So if you see sometimes in my videos, if you're like, that didn't really go together, it's because I had to merge some videos because sometimes I got to stop. So yeah, here's what it is. Anyway, I ramble at the end of all of my videos, don't I? I hope y'all don't hate that. So anyway, guys, all right, I will see you guys again on Friday. I pulled out some ribbons today to start getting ready to learn how to make a rag bow. And we're also going to learn how to make an egg ornament. That's going to be super fun. So anyway, I will see you guys later. Bye, guys.